Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya Fatemiyeh.
When I read the khutbah of Sayyida alayhi salam after the demise of her father, when she went to Masjid Nabawi and she addressed the Muslims, she said, "O Muslims, you are downtrodden, you are lowly people. Your neighbors were looking at you like vultures. You drank water from the side, from the gutters. You buried your daughters alive. You married your stepmothers. You had no values. You built idols of stone and wood and you prostrated yourself before that. Allah saved you through my father. وَكُنْتُمْ عَلَى شَفَا حُفْرَةٍ مِّنَ النَّارِ فَأَنْقَذَكُمْ مِنْهَا." You were on the brink of the pit of the fire, but he saved you through my father. When was this khutbah given? 11 AH. Go read Nahjul Balagha, sermon 26. Imam Ali alayhi salam speaks, he quotes the same words of Fatima. "O people, you were lowly, you drank water by the side, you worship idols, you buried your daughters until Allah saved you through Muhammad." When did Imam Ali give khutbahs after he became the caliph of the Muslims? 37 AH. So Fatima's khutbah 11 AH, Imam Ali's khutbah 37 at the earliest. The difference is what? 26 years. 26 years later, a man who says Saluni, Saluni is quoting and taking and borrowing from Fatima alayhi salam. She cannot be an ordinary person. You cannot say she is emotional. This is knowledge that comes from a source beyond anyone's imagination.
Bukhari narrates in volume 8, book 81, the book of Ar-Riqaq, chapter 53, discussing the pool of Kawthar on the Day of Judgment, hadith number 6576, where Abdullah bin Zayd narrates from the Prophet himself. He says, "Some of you will be brought in front of me. I will see who they are, and then they will be taken away from me, and I will say, 'O Lord, my companions.' It will be said, 'You do not know what they innovated in the religion after you left.'"
In Tarikh al-Tabari himself mentions in volume 3, page 198, he says, "Ata Umar ibn al-Khattab manzila Ali wa fihi Talha wa Zubayr." Umar ibn al-Khattab comes to the house of Ali. And who's in the house? Talha and Zubayr. Wa rijal min al-Muhajirin, and some of the men from the migrants. فقال والله لأحرقن عليكم أو لتخرجن إلى البيعة. By God, I will burn down the house, or you come and give allegiance. Thus, a very clear threat. Al-Tabari, who is a very well-known Sunni scholar, and his book is reliable for them. For them, they rely on it. He clearly mentions that Umar ibn Khattab makes the threat. One of their arguments is that the ahadith that pertain to the attack on the house, it is a weak hadith. The hadith that has been mentioned, that mentions the attack on the house of Fatima Zahra, it's a weak hadith. The chain of narrators is unauthentic. The answer is that it is not 1 or 2 or 3 ahadith. Our sources, from the Shia sources, we have 150 sources that mention the attack on the house. And from the Sunni school of thought, there are over 83 sources that mention the attack on the house. Over 83 sources that mention the attack on the house. Fatima Zahra alayhi salam asked Amir al-Mu'mineen to bury her at night and not allow any of the Sahaba to participate in her funeral. Why? None of them are allowed to participate in her burial. Why? And she didn't want anyone to know where her grave is. Why? Fatima Zahra was making a statement. She is telling us her story. She's telling us her tragedy. When Fatima Zahra asked for her grave to remain hidden, this is very, very clear. A clear statement that she was murdered.
Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya Fatemiyeh, Ya فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه یا فاطمه